They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Klubnik. They're trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they might... It wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Motion from the offense. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Running behind that left side. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. With jet sweep pass. Past the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Scrambling away. Caught. Still on his feet at the 45. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Unloads to the wideout. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a catch at the 10. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody.
What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Pass on the way. It's picked off.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, BYU.
Line gets set, 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Catch in the middle, it's Davis. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. BYU right back to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little time with his feet. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Unloads to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest. And you can tell, just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth it.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, BYU! The defense takes matters into their own hands. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your first sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number and keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. At the 20. Touchdown, Cougars. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosion.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Scanning the field, it's Retzlaff. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run back. This ain't high school anymore. You used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Going to try to get it himself. He chucks one out to the right. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, give on the inside. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then he shows you his speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Handoff from the gun. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, BYU 21, Clemson 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Off play action. Using the quick game. The Cougars are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. A first down for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They go to the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered in.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Retzlaff. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Going up top on first down. Right down the middle. Got his man. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's now
2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They want to run this quarterback. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be
Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And the BYU offense will take over 1st and 10.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Back to pass, it's Retzlaff. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his man, it's Roberts. Still on his feet at the 45. And he breaks into the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Starting to feel a little pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. With the catch, it's Davis. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Wants to throw. It's Retzlaff. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Coming after him. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And the ball is picked off. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cougar! Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Florida State may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Doak Campbell Stadium every time. The Noles have been racking up road wins since the Bobby Bowden days, and they get another one today. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And the pass hits, picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. 1st down for this offense. The give to the left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's going for the big play. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dances away. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. They'll immediately call timeout. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Looking to pass. It's Retzlaff. Finds the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field.
On to kick it away.
And the returner will be brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Touch pass on the run. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And I like easy, not complicated, quick little out routes from my tight end that I know I can get a positive gain, keep me ahead of the sticks, and put me in a good situation.
Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's got it. Touchdown, BYU. And the punishment has been extended. Ready to try the point after.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Pulls it in. It's Brown. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They'll throw it on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
He wants to throw. Finds it back in the middle. If they're going to keep covering him...
Hey, yo, bro, can you concede? I got to do something more, please.
And it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the
Hey, bro, please. Hey, yo, you.
Makes plays like this. Now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Let's go. 2 interceptions already for this linebacker. Unbelievable job understanding passing situation, how to get in passing lanes, how to get his second pick. Dude, he's going to the sidelines, bragging to the DBs. I got way more picks than you, dude.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Can't get him to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Looking for space. It's Martin. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 35. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get them 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give as they work on that clock. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the run from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fast motion from the offense. Discards a man. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Finds a man in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, BYU! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. The DB saw it. He thought,